Hello friends, welcome to my channel Testing Matters. For those who are new to this channel, my name is Pritpal Singh and I have over 16 years of experience in software testing, and I share my knowledge about different aspects of software testing, be it automation, manual, non-functional performance, and I also guide candidates on cracking the testing interviews for automation as well as manual. So today we will cover a very challenging task of dragging an element in a web page. So this is something that I have not seen very frequently, but this is a peculiar problem which can be challenging for a lot of people. So I thought of bringing up this new idea through my content, and I will cover this tutorial of dragging an element. So we are going to use this web page, and what the problem statement is to drag this element and drop it here. So this is the task today, and we will use it. We will write a code for this. So let me refresh it to prevent any side effects. So what we need here, we basically we need this element. We will take this element, then we will drag it into this element. So basically we need XPath for this element, XPath or locator. So its ID is draggable. Okay. And if we see this element, this is also a div and its ID is droppable. So if I copy this and try to find it in the page source, there is no match for this. And if I find just droppable, there are 23. Okay, but there is ID is equal to droppable is only one probably. So let me use ID in this case to find the locator. So let me copy the URL and start writing the code for this. Let's name it drag demo. Let me write the code for driver from here to save time. Copy the URL again, paste it here. Okay. So guys, we will be needing action class, which we used to right click and hover on an element. We will use that class again to do the drag as well. Actions. And we will instantiate it using driver as an argument, because that is how it expects. If I okay, let me import the actions class first, and if I hover here, it expects the WebDriver as an argument. Okay, so there is a method for action class. There is a method called clickAndHold. So we basically, in order to do drag, how we do drag? We click here, we hold it, and then we move it to some other element. Basically, click and hold part, this will cover. And we need to specify our method here. So I will directly write the code for the locator code. Basically, I'm going to use ID this time. Why it is not letting me type? Okay. So what was the ID? We need ID for this basically. So the ID is draggable. Let me mention it in the double quote. So this line of code will just click and hold this element. And now we need to perform release. We are already holding an element and we need to release it. So if we see here in the second method, what it states, it is expecting an argument as the target element. So releases the depressed left mouse button in the middle of the given element. So this is what we need. We want to release this in the middle of the given element. And if we mention this element in the argument of the release method, our job will be done. So let's get the locator for this element. Its ID is droppable. So let me copy the ID and I am going to use this flavor of the release method, and I will mention driver dot find element by ID. My typing has become very bad. Okay, and here I am mentioning droppable. So we are clicking this, we are holding this, and we are releasing it in the middle of this. This was our problem statement and it has been achieved. And you know that in case of performing actions, we need to add perform method at the end. Only this method will do the performance part of all these actions. We need to mention it perform at the end. So that is what we are expected to do. We will just drag it and drop it here in the middle of this method. So I have used ID in this case, which is faster as compared to XPath. So let's see if it works. So I am running this line of code. Only one line or one or two lines of code were there to achieve such a complex task. This is the power of automation. Nowadays, every day the interviewers are coming up with some new and some very strange kind of questions. So I will not be surprised if you are asked to write the code for dragging an element in your next interview. So that's why I thought of covering this in my tutorial. Yes, it performed. Congratulations. It simply picked this element, dragged it, and dropped it in this box. So our problem statement has been achieved and it dragged the element at the target location successfully. So guys, this was a very difficult, challenging task, but I have achieved it in couple of lines of code using the actions class. And I hope this video was useful for you. And don't forget to like this video and share it among your friends and subscribe to my channel for more such useful videos. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.